From Olympian Field on the campus of Leuzinger High School, it's Friday Night Football on CityTV. Good evening, everybody. It's the Mayor's Cup with Leuzinger Olympians hosting the Hawthorne Cougars. Along with Sebastian Spencer and Egidio DeLeo, I'm Lou Stowers, going to bring you all the action of tonight's terrific football game between the 4-0 Cougars and the 1-3 Olympians. But first, I want to talk about Rufus Washington. He's not with us this year. After 30 years, he decided to close the book on his Lawndale adventure and open a new book in Atlanta. Rufus Washington has been entertaining us for years with his unique play-by-play and color commentary, calling football and basketball games for Leuzinger, Lawndale, and Hawthorne High Schools.
What a way to celebrate homecoming 1996 here at Leuzinger High School.
Drops back to pass. Barton looking. Barton still looking. Now he's got a person in the end zone. And they do it. Here it is. With 35 seconds left.
That's coming right out.
Shot blocked by Leuzinger. And that's going to be the ball game. Man, the greatest victory in the history of Leuzinger basketball as the Olympians come to.
But after 29 years behind the mic, Rufus has decided to follow his dreams, and those dreams are going to take him all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. I had a chance to talk to Rufus about his times here with CityTV Sports. 29 years ago, Rufus, take us back to that first game.
Well, Lou, first of all, I got to try to remember that far back. But I can tell you this, when we started and when we came out here to Leuzinger High, to the field right here, it was something we didn't know what we were about to embark on and what it was going to be like. We simply had a camera. Myself, Alex Manila was the voice at the time, and we sat up here in the stands and we started talking about what we saw on the field. And what we saw that day was, again, a bunch of high school kids having fun playing football, and we described that to the fans.
Touchdown, Olympians. That was Anthony Jefferson, number 10, with the touchdown for the Olympians.
We've always set out to cover our teams in a positive light and make the field of athletics a positive reflection on the community and to give the kids a chance to see themselves in a different light and in a way that they enjoy. And it's not just the players on the field, it's the parents in the stands, it's the cheerleaders on the sideline, it's the school administrators, and some of the journeys that we've made in covering the schools. And that really is what it's about. The game almost, while the game is the centerpiece of it, is everybody who's a part of it. That's what makes it special. And we've tried to shine as positive a light on all of those as possible. I don't mind telling anybody that I'm a fan of Leuzinger sports. I'm a fan of Hawthorne sports. I'm a fan of Lawndale sports. Not every kid's going to make the NBA. Not every kid's going to make the NFL. Not every kid's going to the Olympics or going to play Major League Baseball. But every kid can be successful in whatever walk of life they choose, and that's great to see. And I try to let them know that my care for you extends beyond this field, and it does go into other endeavors.
All of the games that Rufus has worked for CityTV Sports, he talked about some of his special ones.
Our first road trip, we're going back to 1987. Our first road trip was Leuzinger football, and they had a road game at Arroyo Grande.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another exciting Channel 60 sports presentation. I'm Rufus Washington along with Alex Manila, and it's our pleasure to be broadcasting tonight live from Arroyo Grande High School in Arroyo Grande, California.
For those who know, that's about a 4-hour drive from here.
Just below San Luis Obispo.
Exactly. And that night, it was a pouring rain, unlike any you've seen. And we're sitting in the stand, shivering. It's cold, but we're there covering. That was our first meet. That was a playoff game for Leuzinger, and we were there.
Greg Franklin steps through for a touchdown.
I remember going down to San Clemente. Leuzinger was playing the Tritons, and the Tritons had this great big man who went on to play at Berkeley. And Russell, of course, Russell Westbrook, that is, went on to play at UCLA. And these two kids went at it.
Beverly's still with it. Now they get it to Russell with 7 on the shot clock. Westbrook from downtown, three-pointer. Now all they got to do is guard the three-point line, and give Harrison the deuce inside.
Leuzinger won that game. But to see both players at the end of the game embrace as a show of mutual respect, I think it's one of those really, really touching moments. We saw Chase Comanche go up against Chimezi Mitu a couple years ago. Chase is over at Arizona now. That was a classic matchup of big men.
Comanche fouls him. Good aggressive play by Chimezi.
I mean, you know, I'd pay to get in, except I didn't have to.
Yeah, where do you see that at high school level?
Right, exactly. You don't often see it, but we've been fortunate enough and lucky enough to see some of the best competition around year in and year out. And as I said, the fact that we got to see it for free makes it all the more sweeter.
Absolutely. Then we talked about having the opportunity to work with each other at CityTV Sports and becoming a big family.
It's just been special all the way around to be connected with it, and more than anything else, it'll be the people, it'll be the friends like yourself, like Tom, and like the crew and all the people that we've worked with over the years who really make the job that you and I do look very easy. Those are going to be the people that I miss the most, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited about it, and we'll see what lies in store.
The next guy's going to have huge shoes and hats to fill. And the love the community shows for you, Rufus, they are really going to miss you. And so am I. I'm Lou Stowers for Lawndale Living.
And for the fans out there, one last tip of the hat. This is for you guys. Thank you all for the memories. I love you all. Thank you.
And we hope Rufus has a terrific life in Atlanta, and I'm sure that we're going to see him again. But we also unwrapped a new present this year at CityTV. We have a brand new HD production truck. This beautiful setup is the brand new City of Lawndale CityTV production van.
City of Lawndale has been videotaping high school sports since 1987. The community has really embraced the sports broadcasts. It really is the most popular program that we produce.
And put it in the win column. Leuzinger Olympians are the Division 1A champion of the CIF Southern Section for the first time in school history.
All these games have contributed to the rich heritage that really is Lawndale Community Television. It's also one of the most cost-effective programs that we can do. This new video van replaces our old van that we've had for about 30 years. The technology is just amazing. The city hired Darren Dorschel, a video systems integrator and consultant. Darren analyzed the needs of the city and put together an amazing design.
From the get-go, we wanted to put equipment in that would apply to those productions and be able to put together a system and a truck that the community and the staff and the residents would be proud of.
With the purchase of this new van, the City Council is really saying that they believe in what we've been doing for the past 30 years.
And all television facilities, production companies, they sort of realize this, that sports is so valuable and so somewhat inexpensive to cover when you realize how much entertainment you're getting. We took a lot of time in planning exactly what we wanted, how we wanted it, and what form factor. There was a lot of detail that went into the planning. So since we went out to bid, and we had other companies bidding on the project or proposing, and Girling was not only the best one out there, but they provided the best value.
It's high value. It's really a lot of power packed into this very small truck. We are building about 90% of the large trailers and trucks that are used for high-end broadcast sports. If you watch the Super Bowl, those are all Girling trucks that do that project, that type of work. The city's come to us with a well put together plan, so basically it's a matter now of coordinating all aspects of that plan. It's high-end equipment, Ikegami cameras, great camera package, this great raw switcher, a lot of effects, and then of course a great character generator. These are the same types of equipment that today a lot of the major networks are saying basically meets their criteria.
We're really looking forward to an amazing season this year, utilizing this new video truck and all of the power in it. And we're looking forward to another decade of amazing Lawndale City TV sports.
And I'll tell you what, fellas, that truck is really producing some terrific images, some terrific graphics. I don't know, I'm going to have to get a stand-in, I think. What do you think?
I don't know. It looks beautiful so far. We'll see by the end of the game how this production looks. I'm sure it'll look great.
Oh, it's going to look great with Tom Strickfaden looking for his 5th Star Award, and that's going to be, that's in the bag, right? I don't want to jinx that. But Sebastian, what about the Mayor's Cup? Well, first, this is the home team for Leuzinger, so I'm going to talk to Egidio about the visitors. We're going to talk about the Hawthorne Cougars. They're 4-0, and a brand new coach turned this whole team around.
Yeah, Coach Henderson came in with a brand new mentality, and he said his team plays with a mentality of we have nothing to lose. And sometimes, Lou, that's the most dangerous team to play. And also they have the stud junior running back, Joseph Taylor III, who coach expects to run for 2,000 yards by the end of this season. Look for number 15. Hopefully he'll run wild on the Olympians tonight and try to get back the Mayor's Cup trophy to Hawthorne.
That's right, the Mayor's Cup is at Lou House. And Joshua Robledo, the quarterback for the Hawthorne Cougars, he had over 200 yards in rushing last week. But the Cougars have been playing, admittedly, some weaker teams. Leuzinger, on the other hand, Sebastian, has been playing some tough teams and some tough losses.
Yeah, very tough teams, tough losses, like you said. But you know what? This team is battle tested. A lot of these guys played last year. A lot of them are newcomers and just starting to play football as well. So it's a mix of guys trying to learn how to work together. But I will tell you this team, Leuzinger, has controlled the Mayor's Cup for the last 10 years. They're 8-2 in the last 10 years, and we'll see can they relinquish that, keep it tonight. But Hawthorne is looking really good, and they're trying to take it, so we'll see what happens.
And they're going to be retiring the old Mayor's Cup, and a new Mayor's Cup is going to be revealed at halftime at a special ceremony. Michael Culpepper III looks very confident today, so we are going to see a terrific ball game tonight. Stay tuned. We're coming up next with a kickoff. Mayor's Cup is on the line on City TV. And we're doing the coin toss at midfield right now. And Leuzinger wins the toss. They deferred, and they'll kick to Hawthorne. So they'll get the ball leading off the third quarter. And the Cougars will defend the goal to our right, the east goal. So we're just about ready to get this underway. And the bands are all here. The spirit squads are all here. Egidio DeLeo is here, and it's going to be a good game, I feel.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup here tonight. You know, despite of the records between these two teams, Lou, you know they're both showing up to play. This game means so much to both teams, both coaches, both cities, both schools, both communities. So definitely everyone's going to show up to play and give it 110% in this one.
Well, absolutely. Sebastian Spencer is downstairs. He will be giving us reports. And let's go to the Cougars' schedule. They defeated La Cañada 50-12 in the opening week. Then at Rivera, beat them up 46-6. South 33-14 beat them. And then Bernstein 49-12. But Derwin Henderson, the head coach of these Cougars, said that he wanted to kind of give the kids time to find themselves, and it has worked up to this point. It seems that this would be the toughest opponent that the Cougars have had.
Yeah, Coach Henderson said that Leuzinger's bigger, faster, stronger, but he said our guys are coming in here with nothing to lose, and I think we have a really good shot of leaving here victorious. So that's, like I mentioned in the pregame, Lou, sometimes that's the most dangerous team to play against.
Yeah, over to our right from the Lou House gym, here come the Olympians busting through. Led by number 6. And that's a guy we didn't get.
Of course.
We were going through the roster with the head coach, Thomas Barnes. And number 6 is a guy we didn't get. But we do see Sione Chukutau out there. He's going to be on the special teams. He's all over the place. And Sean Herrera will be kicking the ball off. Or no, Sean Herrera won't be kicking the ball off. They'll be kicking the ball off in the third quarter. It'll be Everardo Guzman kicking the ball off. And these numbers that Hawthorne's wearing is going to be a challenge tonight.
A broadcaster's worst nightmare, white with some type of yellow gold on the jersey.
It's like Tennessee, white on the orange.
Yeah.
To the far side is Joseph Taylor III. And then on the near side, it'll be a number 22 that we don't have. Okay, that's usual.
Of course. Usually not this early in the ball game, but
So here we go. The kickoff goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And these Olympians look like they have their head up today in warm-ups. They look very, very confident. Lost to Lakewood 20-2. El Segundo, they lost 35-18. And Notre Dame, they lost 49-0. And in last week's neighborhood battle, they lost 63-6. So it'll be Joshua Robledo, a 6'2" senior, who ran for 209 yards last year. And we have some sort of delay on the field. I don't see any sticks out there on the sidelines. Maybe, well, we do see the sticks, but they're still arranging things. So let's introduce you to the officials tonight. The referee is Greg Larson. The umpire is Tim Riglin. The line judge is Colin Gardner. The head linesman is Derek Johnson. And the back judge is Paul Cummings. So it looks like Robledo is going to be out of the shotgun. As Coach Henderson said, they just run a pure spread offense. And Taylor is quarterback Josh Robledo in the shotgun. And now we're set to go. Split to the near side is Devontae Wartell for the Cougars. Showing blitz is Leuzinger. Keeping the ball is Robledo. And he's spun around and a loss of about 4 yards.
Sione Chukutau got right in there, and number 8 making an impact early. The Cougars have to be aware of the big guy down there on the defensive line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14. Same formation. Robledo is going to sling it out to the sidelines where it's bobbled and dropped by Wartell, but you know what? That was probably the best thing he could have done.
Yeah, exactly. He had 2 blue jerseys right in front of him. Probably would have got drilled if he caught that football. He's the leading receiver for Hawthorne so far in the season.
So it'll be 3rd and 14 for Hawthorne. Split to the near side now is Devontae Houston. Also, DeJuan Burden on the near side. Split wide to the far side. Naked backfield and some sort of movement over on the far sideline.
That's going to be on the offense. Looked like the O-line moved a little bit early. I didn't see exactly which one was it that jumped, but it will cost Hawthorne here.
So first penalty of the game, it moves the Cougars back to the 9-yard line. And again, movement. And so Hawthorne, supposedly the more disciplined of the two teams, has committed 2 offensive line penalties in a row.
Yeah, those big guys up front, a little jittery. Those emotions in this big game. It looked like it was the, well, we couldn't see on that angle. Perhaps that right tackle.
Number 6, and that's somebody we don't have on our roster, is the one who jumped.
The mystery man.
So it's slung out to the near sideline. A nice move, and it's fumbled out of bounds, but it'll be 4th down at any rate, as the catch was made by DeJuan Burden, and Burden gets 10 yards back.
Yeah, it's still a nice play, but not enough for the first down, and it's going to bring up a punting situation for the Cougars here on their first offensive series.
Actually, it looks like, are they going for it?
Perhaps to try to draw the defense off sides.
And then they did.
They did, yeah. Maybe to give the punter a little bit more room. Still not going to be enough for a first down.
Unless Robledo is also the punter.
That's a good point.
So now it's 4th and 10. And so now they're going to bring the punting unit on. So Coach Henderson's ploy worked and got 5 more yards out of it. So 4th and 10, Jeremiah Alima is back in punt formation. And to receive it, Samaj Daniels to receive the punt. A punt that goes straight off the ankle and bounces at the 37-yard line. And now that's a live ball. That was touched by Tukutau.
Let's see who comes up with it.
Looked like a rugby play.
It did there. The Hawthorne Cougar players are signaling they have it, and I believe they do. Yes, Cougars football.
Yep. So if we can see the replay. Off the side of the foot or even off the shin. There was a short punt. So right about there, let's see some, Tukutau picks it up. And then I believe that was Devon Houston that recovered it. So it's 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Mistake-free football, okay? On this next play, we're going to come out fire, 2, 3.
I'm excited to see this Cougars team in action finally, Lou. I was at training camp for the Cougars in the summer and talked to Coach Henderson a lot, was around this team a little bit, and they looked hungry. They looked ready for this season to be their season, to change the culture of Hawthorne football back to their winning ways, the glory days of the 80s and 90s. And so far, they're 4-0 on paper. They're looking good. They got the community back into it. We talked to Coach Henderson. He told you a story also earlier how the first thing he did when he took over as head coach, he took the team and walked around the neighborhood and introduced his team to the neighbors, to everyone in the city, the businesses, and it kind of gave accountability from the team and the community.
Well, here they come. Boy, the left side of the line looks pretty solid. You have number 54, the center, Damian Reynoso, and number 78, Javan Tu'ua, the left guard. And then the left tackle is number 55, Lafoire. So it's a running play to the left side, but Leuzinger stuffs it right at the line of scrimmage.
That was Taylor on the run, going nowhere. Great job by the Olympians defense.
So it remains maybe a foot, so it's 2nd and a long 9. Actually, it's just barely a foot.
Yeah, just a few inches there, a foot given by the refs.
So Robledo under center, play action, tosses the ball. A good idea, because open was Kevin Hernandez, 6'5", 200 pounds, but he couldn't come up with it. The ball was just a little bit wide and outside.
And Robledo, a former wide receiver himself, turned quarterback in his senior year. When I talked to him at training camp, he said, I just want to make the little things right. Take small steps to trying to be the best quarterback he can be for his team. And he's doing a good job so far. Again, this is a big test for him tonight. We'll see after this ball game.
Devontae Wartell split wide to the near side, 3 receivers on the right. Out of the shotgun, Robledo thrown over the middle again, and nobody was there. Actually, Clyde Butler was the closest person, but he's in a blue uniform.
Pita Tukatai was there from the Olympian side, pressuring Robledo. Came from that linebacker, was the inside linebacker spot on the blitz.
So it's 4th down and 10 from the 41. And let's see. Looked like there was Marcus Mack, one of the offensive linemen on the right side, jumped early.
Another penalty on the Cougars. That's 3 so far. Early on in this ball game, we've only played a few minutes so far, Lou.
So back to the 36-yard line. And back in punt formation again is Jeremiah Alima. And a bad punt again. This is going to go out of bounds inside Leuzinger territory at the 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Olympians at midfield.
Yeah, if you're an Olympian fan, you got to say, whew, got lucky on that one, because they turned the ball over. The last punt by Hawthorne, and thankfully that defense did a great job holding the Cougars to no gain. They actually lost yards on that drive, and now they got the ball back, and it's still 0-0, no damage done.
So 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Michael Culpepper has a power eye. Now the eye is undotted and has Sione Tukutau behind him. And right in front of the headlines.
Clear skies here tonight. Sorry, Lou.
Artemio Torres Jr. who jumped offside.
I was like, clear skies here tonight, but it's raining flags so far early in the forecast.
Yeah, you're right. Back to the 46-yard line. Three receivers to the right. Tukutau gets caught up at the 45-yard line and is pushed back.
A wall of Cougars there on the stop.
Excuse me, the line of scrimmage was the 44-yard line, so now it's 2nd and 14 after a 1-yard gain on the first play for the Olympians.
Sandoval, one of the guys. There you see the big guy, 62, right in the middle on that stop.
Frederick Williams, the middle linebacker, is the captain of the defense for the Cougars. I formation, Tukutau is the fullback. Ball is given to the halfback, and that's Elijah Miles. Miles gains a good 10 yards into Hawthorne territory at the 45, but it's still going to be 3rd and about 4.
More manageable 3rd down now thanks to that good run by Miles, and see if the Olympians can convert their first down of the night here.
Who's house? Who's house? Who's house?
Good crowd here tonight, Lou, for a big game between these two schools. Everyone waits for this when the schedules come out. It's an event every single year.
Well, it sure is, the Mayor's Cup. And they're switching cups, and now they're going to be switching flags again, it looks like.
Dead ball, offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
That's going to be first down, I would think. So first down on the penalty. Third penalty, or fourth penalty, excuse me, on the Cougars. Power I formation. And now we have another flag.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Hawthorne gives Leuzinger a gift, and Leuzinger returns it right back with a penalty of their own.
Giveth and taketh away. So still first down, but it's first down and 15. Leading them out is Sean Cummings, the center, and now a timeout on the field called by Hawthorne with 7:32 left to go in the first quarter. No score here at the Mayor's Cup. And we were just talking to Marlon Mendez, the athletic director here at Leuzinger, and just taking a look at the new one. It's a nice new cup, but we're going to find out what's the matter with the old one.
Yeah, the new one, walked by it earlier. It looked beautiful, but so was the old one. So much history in that old Mayor's Cup trophy. Leuzinger's 8-2 in the last 10 years in these Mayor Cup games between these two schools. So Hawthorne looking to get some of that momentum back and get the trophy back to their school.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a nice dust ring there in the trophy boxes. There, the Olympian flame burning proudly tonight. A beautiful fall night. Sunset to the west. Power I right in the middle. Handoff goes to Miles. Miles churns his way downfield down to the 36-yard line, where it's going to be second down and about 7.
Looks like the Olympians going hurry up offense here.
Culpepper has a man open, but thrown a little bit over the shoulders of Shamaz Daniels.
Try to catch him, thrown out to the big guy, but Daniels just could not connect. There you see Culpepper. A nice throw from the young quarterback, just a little overthrown to the outside, and Daniels didn't have a chance at that one.
So a second down and 7, or third down and 7. Give the ball off to Miles. Miles up the middle. Miles to the 20-yard line, and finally tackled by Alima inside the 20-yard line.
That's a great running back, doing a great run right there. There we see it. Beautiful job by the offensive line, blocking up front for him. And right through the middle, pretty much uncontested. Giving the big first down for the Cougars. Obviously for the Olympians.
And there Miles goes up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Leuzinger. A 19-yard run by Elijah Miles. Right over center.
Well, I said he was uncontested, untouched in the last run. This one was wide open for Miles, as he got an easy touchdown there, and the Olympians strike first.
6:42, the time of the touchdown, 19-yarder. Guzman coming on to kick the extra point, and he does right down the middle in a great hole by Michael Culpepper. That was a snap way off to the right. 19-yard run, PAT good.
And here we go with the replay. Wide open hole right there to the left. Miles cuts it back inside. Didn't really need to. He had pretty much open space wherever he chose. But a great job by, like I said, once again, a great running back for an easy touchdown. And you can hear this crowd is pumped up as the Olympians, the home team, strikes gold first, leading 7-0 over rival Hawthorne.
Guzman going to kick the ball off. And 22, don't see who 22 is on our roster.
The other mystery man.
And the ball goes his way, but it's in the end zone, a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. So Myers with a 19-yard run. That's 6:42, excuse me, in the first quarter. And that was a long drive. There was an 80-yard drive.
And a few penalties there that cost the Hawthorne Cougars. They had some in their first possession. Didn't really matter in the matchup so far, but the last series those penalties were costly for the Cougars, and now they're down 7.
6-play drive.
Moving
80 yards.
once again, Luke.
5-yard penalty, remains first down.
So what is that, 5 on Hawthorne now?
On the Cougars.
So the Cougars are amped up for this game, that's for sure.
Lafari there, number 55, that jumped.
And he's hard to miss. 6'3", 225. Left guard. And the screen pass, that works. And here comes Hawthorne's Devontae Wartell on the wide receiver screen. Still running, cuts back in. Going towards the end zone. Touchdown, Hawthorne.
Just like that, the Cougars are 1 point away from tying the ball game. And that one caught everybody off guard, even the defense.
Sure did. So that would be an 85-yard TD on the wide receiver screen from Robledo to Wartell.
Great way to answer back by the Hawthorne Cougars. We'll see if they can tie it up here with a PAT attempt.
Well, let's see if they're going to do that or they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, an unusual setup here. We used to call this the Golden Gate when I played.
Beautiful sunset there.
Oh, yeah. That's Instagram worthy, Lou.
Yeah. And the pitch back goes to Devon Houston and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 6:17 left to go in the first quarter, it's 8-7 in favor of the Cougars in the Mayor's Cup.
Well, it worked there. Good for 2. Here's the replay. This is the wide receiver screen. And again, right up the middle. It caught the defense off guard. Great blocking. But untouched all the way for a nice run to the end zone. And then also, here go, see it one more time. Quick pass by Robold. And nothing but room right there, as you can see the end zone. And he ran to it, Lou. He ran to it like no other.
Sure did. He made a great cutback to get back in the middle.
Also had the 2-point conversion. And now they lead by 1 instead of tying it up. And the momentum now on the Cougar side.
One play, 85 yards. And that took 25 seconds. That was a 85-yard dash in 25 seconds.
Nice graphic. That's what we can do with the new truck now.
I missed it. That was a kick by Giovanni Hernandez. And the ball is picked up by Ali Jamal. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Olympians at just short of the 35-yard line.
So far, a great matchup between these two schools. Sparks flying back and forth early on with a lot at stake.
Wow, how is that? Lightning struck quick, huh? Just when you thought that Leuzinger might be on their way. Well, it's still very early, but the Cougars, smaller of the bunch, they are game and confident.
Yeah, just like when we thought Olympians had a little bit of momentum on their side, Hawthorne says, hold on, we're taking it back, and they did. Wow.
Power I formation for Leuzinger.
Cone is getting in the way.
And the handoff goes to Tukutau. Tukutau is the tailback now, and look out. They got the bull loose.
That's a big boy coming at you. If he's running at you, get out of the way.
No kidding, man. He just laid a few licks on some guys, and at the 34-yard line.
But great job by the offensive line once again. The right side blocked to the right, the left side to the left. Huge hole right up the middle, and Tukutai did the rest. It's a hard guy to bring down.
There he goes again, gets loose again in the secondary, and leaving Cougars in his trail. Another long run. From the 49-yard line to the 39-yard line.
Like I said, that's a scary guy coming at you. And here you see it again. Once again, same play right to the middle. Nothing fancy. This is old school football. And it's working for the Olympians.
And the fullback is Vance Yates, and the handoff is to number 7, that's Samaj Daniels, and Daniels gets deep into Cougar territory down. Is that inside the 10-yard line or inside the 15? Looks like it's going to be right at about the 15 where he stepped out.
Yeah, right at the 15, they're placing the ball. But what a great job by Daniels. Cuts it to the left. And a huge run. Overall, 3 great running plays by the Olympians. But again, let's credit that great offensive line. There you see him again doing work up front.
That was Samaj Daniels again. So it's 1st and goal after the 11-yard gain. So all of the plays have been on the ground. Samaj Daniels again cuts back and into the end zone. Touchdown, Leuzinger. Samaj Daniels with the last 3 carries from the 4-yard line. 40 yards and 3 carries for Daniels. Also carrying the water was Sione Tukutau with 25 yards of his own.
Tukutau had those first 2 runs, and then Daniels added a little flash in the end zone, but a botched extra point attempt.
Oh, look out. Culpepper is hurt now. Let's hope that Guzman, the kicker, didn't kick him. Nope. Okay, looks, uh-oh.
Limping off a little bit here.
On that right side, something's going on. Let's hope he's okay. The snap was a bad one again to the right. Guzman had to reach back for it, or no, sorry, Phillips had to reach back. Culpepper had to reach back for it. And let's hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, it looked like the coverage up front just completely broke down, letting the Cougars come in there. But I think the biggest takeaway is hopefully Culpepper is okay from all that.
So a 66-yard drive took all of 1:07. And Daniels capped it off with a 4-yard run. And the PAT was no good, so it's 13-8. And we'll see, it's probably an offside on the kickoff team.
We have a dead ball, offsides on kicking team when we kick 5 yards.
Well, Culpepper looks like he's okay now, has his helmet off around the 50-yard line.
The junior quarterback is the centerpiece of this Olympians offense. And everybody on this coaching staff wears these shirts, #trust the process, and he's a big reason of that process, the centerpiece. The junior will be back next year. And here we go, we're gonna try this kickoff once again.
And the ball is just fallen on just beyond the 20-yard line at about the 21, where it'll be 1st and 10 with 5:06 left to go. And we're still in the first quarter. This has already been a wild one.
It has. It's been back and forth like a heavyweight boxing match. Both guys swinging left and right and connecting. And still 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes left to play here in the first. It's been a wild one, Luke.
Sure has. So 5 plays, 66 yards. Took a minute 7 for the Olympians to score a touchdown. Robledo has a tailback behind him, 4 receivers, 2 on either side. The pitch, and it's a fumble. Picked up, though, by Joseph Taylor. And, boy, are they lucky. Or is that Devontae Ward? No, that's Joseph Taylor.
Taylor got a lucky bounce on that one because he fumbled it, and it looked like, here we go, we're going to take another look at it. It looked like it just bounced right back into his hands for the recovery, and I'm sure Hawthorne's happy. There it goes. But good awareness by Taylor, too, keeping his eye on the ball and following the ball and not giving up on the play.
Yeah, that ball bounced right back up in his lap. So it's a loss of 3 yards. And Taylor trying to hit the corner until a blue jersey hit him. And that's Butler who made the tackle. One of the better tacklers on the team.
Taylor, one of their best running backs for the Cougars. For a short gain, they're pretty much no gain. They're not giving him anything. Look like he gained about a yard, but they're not generous.
Back to the line of scrimmage anyway. So he got the 2 back that he lost. Three receivers to the near side. And a reverse. Getting some positive yardage over on the far end. That was DeJuan Burden with a gain of about 4 yards.
It's going to bring up 4th down, though, for the Cougars. And it looks like they're once again lined up to go for it.
It's 4th and a long 6. Trying to get the Olympians to come offside.
Pay attention!
It worked earlier. Can they go 2 for 2?
That's going to cost a delay game on the Cougars. So they now have 6 penalties for 30 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 12, we'll call it.
And still no punting team out there. Robledo in shotgun formation. Now he's going to drop back. Looks like perhaps to punt.
Maybe a little pooch punt.
There it is.
And it takes a neutral bounce on the Mayor's Cup with 3:34, or 3:52 is what they're going to call it. It'll be 1st and 10. And the Olympians have a short field.
Good field position by Leuzinger here. Showed great job on their running game, their last possession with Tukatai and Daniels. And it looks like Tukatai is going to be the lead back coming out of the huddle.
That means the fullback is Vance Yetz. And Tukatai gets it, pushes Yetz out of the way, and gets down to the 34, 35 yard line, or 36, 35 yard line, somewhere in there. Mark it at the 36. So a gain of 6 for Tukatai.
A simple running style by Tukatai. Nothing fancy, straight up power football. He's coming at you. Try to bring him down if you can.
There he goes over the middle, but drops the ball. Picked up by Hawthorne. And the fumble is recovered at about the 27 yard line. And that ball just popped right out of Tukatau's arms like a bar of soap. Picked up by Devon Houston. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 27.
Yeah, just as we're praising Tukatai's running game, looked like, who was that got a hand in there to pop the football out from Hawthorne? Abioro, the junior linebacker, had a hand in that one, literally.
So Tukatai is now the middle linebacker. And Robledo keeps the ball, goes up the middle, stops and falls forward to about the 36 yard line.
Joshua Robledo, the senior who rushed for 209 yards in last week's game. So he's had a wide receiver turn quarterback because they needed a quarterback. Coach told me their quarterback transferred, the backup quarterback didn't want to play football anymore, and they went to Robledo and said, hey, you're our guy now.
Hands the ball off to Taylor, gets the first down and then some. He puts it into 5th gear, has to stop, comes back towards the middle, cut back again, and then he's run over at about the 35 yard line of Leuzinger, down to about the 32. So Taylor rips off his first big run of the night.
That type of run is why Coach Henderson thinks Taylor is a D1 prospect. Great job, 2 cutbacks on that run by Joseph Taylor III. A huge first down.
And Robledo keeps the ball, and he is thrown out of bounds over on the far sideline. That's a lot of tossing and turning for 1 yard. So 32 yards for Taylor on that last play. And a first down. This is the best field position. Well, some of the best field position that Hawthorne has had.
Yeah, they had that quick run. But you're right, perhaps their best field position in an offensive drive.
Ball is handed off to Taylor. Taylor goes over the right side and is hit by Jalen Malone.
Taylor has such great vision. Not a big guy. He's not going to hurt you with his power or size, but he's got great feet. He's got good vision, and he can make those cutbacks and make defenders miss in an instant. As another flag comes in.
Have a sideline warning on home team. Sideline warning. That's the first one.
So it's just a sideline warning.
We used to get those all the time. Sometimes in these kind of games, the rivalry games.
Oh yeah, they're fired. Leuzinger's fired up. They have a 5-point lead. They want the defense to stop them. 3 receive up. Somebody did move on the line that looked like the right guard for Hawthorne. Javen Tu'ua.
The one negative on Hawthorne.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's been
a drive
killer. Yeah. So far, they're not trailing by that much, but if this continues, Lou, we still have 1:03 in the first quarter. If this continues, a lot of football left to be played. It could be crucial for the Cougars and perhaps cost them this game. We'll wait and see.
Clock running, under a minute left to go in the first. 3rd down and 8. Robledo, play action fake, has a man open, but overthrew him. Pass was intended for our old mystery buddy, number 22.
Question mark, we'll call him.
Well, we'll have to get someone to help us out here. Maybe we can do that at halftime. Got a couple of numbers we need to check out.
Never disappoints. There's always a few players every single game.
That's right. Well, we're in 4-down territory, Gideon. It's 4th down and 8 with 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, somebody moved. That's a left tackle.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Osmani LaFleur jumped. So that's another shot in the foot.
Yeah, it was 4th and about 8 or 7 there, and now it's 4th and with 13, 14. So definitely a shot in the foot, like you said there, Lou, for the Cougars.
Out of the ball game is Burden. 4 receivers in the formation. 3 to the left. It's going to be a reverse again. And a throw, and man was wide open on the far sideline. And that was Nathan Paramo. But Jeremiah Lima couldn't get it to him, so they turned it over on downs.
There you see it again, the reverse. And Haramo, perhaps if you maybe reached out just a little bit, but it was underthrown. And shaking his head there, the disappointment in him. Yeah, you got to go after that one on a 4th down situation especially.
So Culpepper didn't sustain a serious injury as he's back in. And is that Myers? Miles getting hammered at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Perhaps see if we can get one more play out of the Olympians before this quarter's over. 9 seconds and counting. Or if they're just going to line up and let it wind down.
Out of the eye. And the handoff goes to Miles up the middle. Miles gets up to about the 45-yard line as the horn sounds. And we'll see if that's it looks like it's going to be just a few inches short.
Yeah, you're right, Lou, just short of the 1st down.
So the quarter will end. First, we need to see if there's going to be a 3rd down or a 1st down.
They're moving the chains. You can't see on your screen right now, but they are moving the chains, and they're going to switch it up here on the other side. But on the replay, Lou, it looked like it was about a yard short.
Yeah, well, less than a yard, but now they're lining it right on the 45-yard line.
So it will be, looks like 3rd and short. It doesn't look like they're going to measure it and just go with that.
So we'll give Miles 9 yards on that game.
No Tukutai at running back. They're going with Miles.
And Yates is the fullback, and let's see who.
Dead ball. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. That'd be a 1st down.
Well, at least the Cougars are consistent. Don't want it to be, but that's 9 penalties already. 45 yards. So that'll be a 1st down at the 50-yard line. Hand off by Culpepper. And a tough 2 or 3 yards gained there by Elijah Miles. They're going to give him it looks like they're only going to give him a yard. But that's into Cougar territory to start off the second half.
And so far now, Lou, these penalties are costing Hawthorne, giving them first downs, giving up scoring drives. Have to narrow down on those.
Handoff straight up the middle, goes to Miles again. Miles gets a good block from Samaj Daniels. Miles to the 10, 5, touchdown, Leuzinger. A 49-yard run by Miles, but a great block by Daniels downfield at about the 20-yard line.
Elijah Miles looks like he jogged that one in the end zone. Really uncontested by the Cougars defense, and like you mentioned, Lou, great job up front blocking, especially by Daniels, who had that final nail in the coffin with a good block to open up some space for Miles.
So it looks like they're going to try to get that extra point back. Culpepper gives it to Daniels. Miles. Miles goes up the middle, and they get that 2 points. So it's 21-8 in favor of the Olympians on the Mayor's Cup Day.
Here, let's take a look at it once again. Here's that run right up the middle. It started, then Miles goes to the right, and no one in front of him. Daniels with the block. And there he goes, just jogging it in the end zone. It started off as a basic run right up the middle, but when you have a running back like Miles, he can make things like that happen and get you another touchdown to add on to your lead.
So the 2-point conversion was good to make it 21-8 now in favor of the Olympians. 4-play drive. And a little bit of a mix-up, but it's taken by Taylor. Taylor gets through and gets good yardage up to about the 35-yard line. So a nice return by Joseph Taylor.
Very good return there by Joseph Taylor, getting perhaps some of that momentum back and giving his offense a great chance starting off at the 35-yard line. He's only 5'7", listed as 155. But man, he's a fun, great running back to watch. And every team in the Ocean League is taking notice of number 15.
So the touchdown drive took about 1:20 seconds, 49-yard run by Miles, a 2-point conversion good, 4 plays, 65 yards. And Robledo running for his life. Jalen Malone wrapping him up for a loss as the second quarter is underway. So given forward progress to the 33. Although the line marker, well, yeah, okay, so it's a loss of 2. So 2 receivers on either side of Robledo as they check their play charts on their arms. Taylor is next to him. Handoff goes to Taylor, and there's nowhere to go. So fired up are the Olympians.
Jose Martinez, one of the guys on the tackle there, stuffing that run. Great job by the Leuzinger defense reading that well. Also mystery man number 6 for the Olympians.
Robledo out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, throws it to the far side, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that was Devontae Wartell, 6 foot 160. And don't know if he short-armed that or not, but it was close to him.
Hey, he made contact with it. He has hands on the ball. You got to bring that one down.
Little bit over his head, but you're right.
All smiles on the Olympian side, because they want to keep the trophy.
Fake handoff, and now same play up the middle, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. This was to Wartell. And Wartell good enough for 14 yards.
Yeah, great confidence by the Cougars coaching staff. Going back to Wartell and Robledo, trusting his receiver. Deja vu, you said, Lou, is the exact same play. This time it worked.
And that fumble on the play. It's picked up by Hawthorne, but a big loss on the play of about 7 yards. So picking it up is Luis Lovera. And he saved the Cougars bacon on that one. Whoops. Just flat out dropped it.
Yeah. Good heads up, though, by the lineman.
So a loss of 6. It'll be second down and 16. Boy, it's turned blustery all of a sudden. The wind's blowing right on shore and keeping it cool.
Oh, yeah. Football weather.
And the wind is at the Cougars' backs. So a long throw down the right sideline and almost tipped into the hands of old number 22.
Could have been a huge play for the Cougars right there if 22 would have brought it down. Good defense, though. Good coverage by Leuzinger. A third and long situation now for the Cougars offense.
Third and 16. And a timeout. Timeout by Leuzinger. So one timeout taken by each team.
This Leuzinger defense perhaps going to talk about containing this Hawthorne offense, and they're going to talk about trying to get over this defense and convert to a first down, Lou.
Well, we thought we had a shootout going, but it was 13-8. Actually, 8-7. Hawthorne had the lead on an 85-yard wide receiver screen from Robledo to Wartell. But the Olympians came back with a Daniels 4-yard run on a 66-yard drive, and then Miles came back. Excuse me, that was Daniels, right? Or Miles.
Yeah.
Miles with a 49-yard run, and the 2-point conversion was good to make it 21-8.
Yeah, we had some bang-bang touchdown plays, and it's kind of settled down a little bit here in the middle of the second quarter.
So it's 3rd and 16. 2 wide receivers on either side of Robledo. And another.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Well, there's a shift on right guard, but I don't know if they counted that or not. I don't think so, or else the flag would have come a lot sooner.
Yeah, this Cougars offensive line has been jumping all over the field.
So it's 3rd down and about 20, but it's picked off by Tukutau. Tukutau's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Leuzinger on the interception. We're going to call that about a 40-yard return.
Sione Tukutau, all smiles, and his team celebrates with him. Robledo threw it right in the hands of Tukutau, and then he did the rest. Great job, great momentum swing to keep that momentum on Leuzinger's side, and the crowd loves it here at Olympian Field.
Quite a difference from last week, that's for sure.
Maybe that game kicked Leuzinger into high gear to come up here and show something.
So it looks like Culpepper and crew are going to go for the 2-point conversion again. Back split behind him and give it off to Miles, and he is picked up and dropped. And the 2-point conversion is no good, but it's still 27-8 in favor of Leuzinger.
Now the crowd is chanting, whose house? It's Lou House's right now with a big lead over Hawthorne. There you see Robledo, a little overthrown and right into the hands of Tukatau, and a great job running it back by the big man. 4-6, a pick 6 for number 8.
So the big 40-yard return, and now a big 19-point lead.
Tukatau's doing it all on offense, defense, special teams. Perhaps a candidate for a player of the game later on.
Yeah, that's right. Ball is picked up with one hand at the 8-yard line by our mystery man, number 22, and we have probably an illegal block. As a flag goes down at the 30-yard line after a nice return by the Cougars.
Blocking back on receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul, first down.
So that's the first biggie penalty. But still, that's penalty number 11.
You said they're consistent. They're getting penalties on offense, defense, and special teams, Lou.
Yeah, didn't want to say that, though. So it's at the 30-yard line. They're going to go back to the 20. Well, actually, the spot of the foul, so it goes back to the 10. So 8 minutes left to go in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 20-yard line.
And that one, perhaps the biggest penalty of the night for Hawthorne.
Fake handoff to Taylor, and the ball is underthrown again to the receiver on the far side. That's Wartell. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
It looked like number 6 had a piece of that, put his hands up, and perhaps tipped the ball.
So we're definitely gonna have to get the numbers of those two fellas. They've been doing a lot of plays.
Yeah, there have been playmakers down there.
Robledo. And I wonder if they're calling
start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
if somebody on that shift is moving, or if somebody while the shift is being made. That's the second time a penalty's been called on a shift
On that
by
same
a guard.
type play, yeah, exactly.
So a dozen penalties on Hawthorne. So just inside the end zone is Robledo. Taylor comes up with him and gets the handoff. And trying to get out of the end zone is Taylor. He's pushed back in the end zone. Let's see, he barely gets past the goal line and maybe to the 1-foot line.
Inches away there from perhaps costing his team 2 points. I was going to say, as soon as he got the handoff, looked like he took a step back in the end zone, and you got to be aware where you are on the field. Don't want to cost your team any points.
Well, it's kind of tough when you got a bunch of blue shirts and white hats coming at you.
And big guys in blue shirts and white hats.
Absolutely. Led by Tukutau, also up front. is Dejon Clemens.
Mosika Valai, also big guy up front, the nose tackle.
And the pass is incomplete to Devontae Wartell, where it's going to be 3rd down and 20. So I'm just wondering if Pita Tukutau is wearing number 6. I certainly don't see anybody else there that would match that. And I haven't seen a number 10 out there. Oh yeah, I have seen a number 10, excuse me. So it's not Pita. So it's 4th down and they're gonna have to punt.
There's a big guy there on that right defensive end side.
Spiral kick. Samaj Daniels is gonna let it roll. He's get out of the way. And he gets down at the 36-yard line. So with 6:52 left in the first half, it is 27-8 in favor of Leuzinger. Mayor's Cup is on the line.
Bragging rights on the line as well between these two schools. Like I said, Lou, this game means so much, not just to these teams, to the schools, to the communities, everyone involved with both Hawthorne and Leuzinger. And it's fun for us to watch up here.
Absolutely. 36-yard line of Hawthorne. Culpepper hands the ball off to Miles. Miles gets out of one tackle, screams down the near sideline, and it's finally bumped out of bounds by Wartell. But it's going to be 1st and goal for Leuzinger. Or is it going to be just outside of the 10-yard line? That looks like it's going to be at about the 11-yard line.
And Miles on that run with a stiff arm. Look at that. On his way to a big 1st down for the Olympians. Finally just got shoved down out of bounds.
So 25-yard run for Miles. And Miles cuts back and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Leuzinger.
What a game for Miles. This time to the left side, wide open. Uncontested once again.
So that makes it 33-8.
Take a look at it once again. Culpepper with the handoff to Miles, takes it to the left side, wide open. Great job by the offensive line blocking up front.
Cameron Jackson tried to corral him, but
Dead
couldn't.
ball. Offsides on defense. Half distance goal. Beat you down.
Okay, so they're about a half yard closer to the goal line. They're going to try to go for 2 points again.
They've been successful so far tonight.
Now this is just like a live practice. Hand the ball off to Miles, and he burrows his way into the end zone. 2 points is good. It's 35-8 in favor of the Olympians with 6:25 left in the half.
And when you have a running back like Miles back there, why not go for 2? And this offensive line, once again, great job blocking up front. Perhaps that whole offensive line could be our player of the game later on.
Yeah, you're not kidding. So 6:25 is the time of the score. So that took about 20. That took all of 27 seconds. Two plays and 36 yards. And Miles with his 2nd touchdown run consecutively, 3rd touchdown run of the night. Or Miles, excuse me. On the 11-yard run. The 2-pointer was good, and it's 35-8 in favor of Leuzinger.
What a different story in this second quarter, Lou. It was bang, bang right away, back and forth. Both of these teams in the first quarter, a close matchup, 8-7 at one point, and now the Olympians has just opened up on Hawthorne with a huge lead, 35-8, and still 6 minutes and 25 seconds in the second quarter alone.
Robledo out of the shotgun, 2 receivers. Here comes Tukatow, and he just misses Robledo. Has the ball, gets a nice gain, and then gets out of bounds before he gets run over by the other Tukatow, and also number 11, Shabuizi, Loveday Shabuizi.
Haven't called his name today.
That's right. So far, no punts by the Leuzinger Olympians. The only time they lost the ball was when the ball was fumbled in the first quarter. But no punts. All touchdowns.
Unstoppable so far have been the Olympians here.
And 1 interception return. Play action pass, and that one's going to be a good one. Look out. And Shabuizi might get a penalty on that one, as they might call it grabbing the shoulder pads, but a nice catch and run by Devontae Wartell.
Yeah, Loveday on Wartell there, just kind of grabbed him by the jersey and tossed him down. But a great throw, though, by Robel there. Perhaps his best throw of the ball game. And it goes a long distance for a first down.
All right, thank you, Truck. Jalen Washington is number 22, Jalen Washington.
Got one down.
And Robledo. With a nice run. So a 47-yard pass and catch on the last play.
3 nice plays by Robledo. The run for 5, the big pass, and now another good run here for about 7. And the young quarterback's putting some stuff together, perhaps. Let's see if it leads to any points.
Ooh, high snap. Robledo had to miss the handoff, and look out. He's corralled by DeJean Clemens and finally put down.
Couldn't do anything there, Lou. A high snap, like you said. Thankfully he caught it, didn't let it go behind him, but he had Leuzinger defenders right in his face as soon as he caught that. Nothing to do but go down.
So 2-yard loss, and Sione Pulu made the tackle. There he is. .420 clock running, and Robledo better hurry. The clock is running. Gets the snap off, throws it down the middle again, and almost picked off. The pass was to Wartell, so there were 3 blue jerseys in the area, so they didn't fool him that time.
And I believe there was some miscommunication there, Lou, between Robledo. Yep, there you go. See, Taylor was completely on the wrong side. There was supposed to be a play action. I don't know if Taylor went the wrong way or Robledo went the wrong way with the play action, but there was no running back there when Robledo turned to his left. Perhaps that tripped the young quarterback up a little.
3:59 left in the first half. Robledo trying to get the big first down for the Cougars. And now we have too much time.
Good ball, delay game on offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So that goes back to the 44.
center at tackle.
So now it's 4th and 16.
believe that's a second delayed game penalty on Hawthorne tonight.
So the calls are coming from the bench through signals. And the blitz is coming. Robledo gets it away, and a good attempt on the big rush. Devon Houston was the intended receiver. So that turns the ball over to the Olympians with 3:51 left to go in the first half, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
The story here has been penalties, especially on the Hawthorne side. As we mentioned, these two teams were evenly matched in the first quarter. They were trading blows, and then the penalties got in the way of Hawthorne, and Leuzinger has capitalized big on those yellow flags.
Splits on the near side is Shabuizi and Ross. Backs out of the eye. Ball is handed off and caught in the backfield for no gain is Miles. So good penetration on the field, and it's a no gain.
Good stop by the Cougars defense, creating that wall, reading number 5. And a big stop here by the Cougars defense. Perhaps could turn some momentum around back to their side.
Shabuizi and Ross split to the nearest side, and a couple of Cougars come offside.
Dead ball. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Alvarez Maynor is one of them, and the other one, there you see big old number 79, Alexander Garcia.
Some of these calls, Lou, you can kind of deal with them early on in the ball game in the first quarter, but these jitters, these offside penalties, by this time in the game, you got to do a better job of listening and keeping your eyes on the ball and not jumping.
At this point in the game, they're not jitters anymore. They're just flat out mistakes. Culpepper throws it downfield, and that comes up just short for Samaj Daniels. But also some good coverage on the play. And I believe that was Maynor Alvarez. Actually, no, that was DeJuan Burden.
Take a look here. There's the play action by Culpepper. Nice thrown ball, but great job on the defense. On the coverage there by the Cougars.
And Jalen Washington was there.
Yeah, we finally saw him. And know his name now.
Ball is handed off, and caught in the backfield is Miles. And a good play in that time by Omu Tolapu Abiro.
There's the handoff to Miles, and right in the backfield, number 1-4. So you're not going anywhere. Miles getting dirty tonight. You see the marks on his jersey and pants. He's earning his keeps.
Field is chewed up. Culpepper hands it off to Samaj Daniels. Daniels gets close to the 1st down marker on 4th down.
Also doing another great job on the ground.
Check that. That was, yep, they're going to give it a 1st down. So Daniels with 5 yards. And the 1st down. Or did they turn it over? You know, they turned it over on downs. Look at those trophies.
Beautiful. The new one to the right there, I believe.
Yep.
Gorgeous looking trophy.
So on their own 46-yard line, Taylor is back with him, and the handoff, no, the fake handoff for Robledo goes and gets away from 1-2 tacklers, gets the first down, and finally Tukutau is over on the far sideline and gives him an extra shove, which isn't smart.
Robleto's done a great job running the ball a few times that he has the last few possessions. And like I said, he had 209 yards on the ground rushing last week. Haven't seen too much of him on the ground this week, but the times he has run,
personal foul, they hit
he's done a
8
great job.
On the defense, 15-yard penalty in the run, be a first down.
So that's the type of penalty that'll drive a coach nuts.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Tukutai will hear it when he comes back on the sidelines. Unless he gets another pick six.
Even then. So from the 45, should be going down to the 30, well actually the 40, down to the 25.
Yeah, 2 minutes, right? Watch that ball, D-line! Watch that ball!
So it's first down, Robledo, play action. There's a play down the sideline on a timing pattern and caught. Touchdown, Hawthorne. That was Wartell. So Cougars still got some bite and scratch in them. At 1:49 left in the half, it is now 35-14.
Robledo to Wartell connection. They've been going to it. Hasn't worked until then. And it worked big time for a touchdown. Great job by Robledo on that throw, putting it right in the receiver's hands.
So it looks like they're going to go for the regular PAT. Is that Devon Houston attempting the kick? No. Snap back, ball down, kick is blocked. Looked like Musika Vailea on the block. And I do believe that was that number 66 that kicked the ball, Giovanni Hernandez.
Yeah, the big guy trying his things on the PAT. And let's take a look at that touchdown pass one more time. Robledo to Wardell, beautiful. Beautifully thrown, placed on the play action. And Daniels was on the coverage for Leuzinger, just got beat. And like you said, Lou, still some bite on the Cougars. Still a lot of football left to be played. 35-14 your score in the second quarter.
So that's the second time that Robledo and Wartell have hooked up for a touchdown on the second touchdown for the Cougars. 25 yards there. And that was a 54-yard drive. So the ball is picked up by Ali Jamal, and Jamal does some skittering around and finally gets up to about the 30-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Olympians with 1:45 left to go.
Jamal has had 2 kickoffs go to him. If you're a guy that usually doesn't receive kickoffs, you're happy coming back to the sidelines as long as you don't turn the ball over. See if this Cougars defense can hold up here with 1:44 remaining in the second quarter. But easier said than done, Lou, with a tough opposition in the Leuzinger offense.
That's right. So it took Hawthorne 20 seconds to score, especially after the unnecessary hit out of bounds by Sione Tukutau on Robledo. That was the big game. So Tukutau's done it for both sides now.
Even for the Hawthorne Cougars.
So the Cougars, if they can put something else on the board before halftime, they'd be right back in it. 3 receivers to the near side for Michael Culpepper. Running back is Elijah Miles.
Big drive for this Cougars defense right here. Try to get their ball back for their offense.
It's taking a long time to get this drive going.
Yes, it is.
Just taking a peek at Alexander Garcia, going both ways. He's listed at 6 foot. He looks more like 6'6".
That's a big boy down there.
Pass on the flat, complete, and buried into the ground. Nice tackle after the catch by Artemio Torres, with a nice gain of about 5 yards.
First time we see Torres getting a piece of the football.
And that's the first completion for Culpepper, and a timeout on the field with 1:21 left to go in the first half. So what do you think so far of this Mayor's Cup?
It's been good, Lou. It's been a tale of 2 different stories from first to second quarter. Like I said, it was back and forth, very close matchup in the first quarter, and then the penalties have cost the Hawthorne Cougars here in the second quarter, and Leuzinger has just pounced on them and opened up a huge lead. But it's been fun to watch. Still, I think a lot of football left to be played. Still, Hawthorne has a chance. We'll see here. This minute and 21 seconds will say a lot. But
Sure
all
will.
smiles on the Leuzinger side.
Now, just looking at the Hawthorne roster sheet, there's 2 79s, and the 79 that we're probably seeing out there at the left end is DeCallan Potts, 6'3", 280. But at any rate, there goes Miles again. It was tackled out of bounds, but don't think there's going to be a penalty flag there. But Miles with a nice gain towards midfield. Going to mark it at the 49-yard line.
There you see that run to the outside. That looked clean. It is football.
Sure is. So what was that, a 19-yard run? No. It was a 14-yard run. Pardon me. Culpepper back to pass, has the pass complete to Daniels, slips one tackle, goes down the sideline and is caught and finally brought down over on the far sideline with 1:05 left to go.
Alvarez, the defensive end, came in and nailed Culpepper, got a flag thrown for roughing the passer.
Now there's an injured Cougar down on the field. Definitely uncomfortable. Can't see his number.
I couldn't tell on the replay who it was. As the Olympians gather up here with a minute 05. We'll try to talk some more strategy.
So that's Nick Robledo. That's the brother of quarterback Josh Robledo. So let's hope he's okay.
Outstanding linebacker for the Cougars. Got a chance to talk to him as well during training camp. A good kid and really worked hard in camp to try to get not only himself ready for the season, but try to get the underclassmen ready for this season. He said we want to really change the culture of Hawthorne football back to its winning ways, and he said we're doing everything we can on our side here in practice and in training camp at that time, and as well, of course, doing a great job 4-0 coming into this ball game.
So a 33-yard pass play on the last pass play to Daniels, and a loss on the play that time on the handoff. So Miles can't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a 2-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12. And the pass is complete inside the 15-yard line. And that was to Torres.
Going hurry up now are the Olympians.
Towards the end zone, it's caught on a nice catch in the end zone by Lawndale Shabuizi. Touchdown, Leuzinger.
And the third completion for Culpepper is a big one, 4-6 to Lawndale.
So that was a 14-yard pass to Lawndale Shabuizi. And that makes it 41-14. And a 2-point conversion again. Let's see who they're going to get to move. Alexander Ross moved for the Olympians, and a lineman inside. False start, they're going to call it on the offense. So they go 5 yards back to the 7-yard line.
Wow, Lou, what an offensive, defense, and special teams display by the Olympians here in this second quarter.
Sure has, and again, quite a difference from last week.
Big difference.
Ball is handed off to Miles, lets the defense go by him, but still is caught up by that terrific Cougar defense. And the PAT is no good. So with 11 seconds left in the half, 41-14 in favor of Leuzinger on Mayor Cup night.
There you see the replay one more time. Beautiful play by Culpepper, and Lawndale was at the top of the end zone there, using his size. There's number 11. Still young at this thing called football, only in his first year, only been playing football for 1 year.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Picking it up quick, though. The coaching staff is really happy and surprised of how quick he's picking it up at this level, especially. This is the varsity level, of course, different than freshman or JV. Doing a great job so far.
So get a 14-yard pass play from Culpepper to Shabuizi. And that's the first touchdown pass of the night. Taylor picks the ball up at about, or catches the ball, I should say, at the 5-yard line. Still on his feet at midfield and gets near the 50-yard line. We're going to call it the 47. So it'll be 1st and 10 with only 2 seconds left to go for Hawthorne. On a great return by Joseph Taylor.
The second big return of the night by Taylor. Interesting here, 2 seconds. Pretty decent field position, Lou. You think they're going to air it out?
Yeah.
Coach Henderson said they do play with that mentality, nothing to lose, so.
Absolutely.
Throw it up there, why not? See what happens.
Could be the last play of the half. Snap hangs up there. Look out, here comes some linebackers, but the ball is caught by Wartell. And the horn sounds, and so does the half. After about a yard gain. Actually, the ball was caught by DeJuan Burden. So going into the locker room, it is Leuzinger with a commanding 41-14 lead. Mayor's Cup on the line.
What a second quarter for the Olympians, just piling it on. And on the other hand, a lot of penalties has been the story for the Hawthorne Cougars. Go in the locker room, talk about it, settle down, guys, and try to work through those things and get your head in the ball game here.
14 penalties.
Matter of fact,
wow.
We're going to start with that one first, though, because that's the old one. Watch out. That's the old one, and this is the new one.
Okay, you're hearing the AD,
You got to wait.
Marlon Mendez, explaining. And
you got to come closer.
There's only a 6-foot mic cable on that camera. And let's go down to Sebastian and with Martin.
Hey, thanks
Mendez.
a lot, guys. I'm here with the athletic director, Marlon Mendez.
Hey.
So far, Leuzinger's doing well, up 35.
We're looking very good tonight. It's a great bounce back week, especially after the last 2 weeks have been really tough. So it's exciting to see us bounce back.
Now, the Mayor's Cup is always a tradition here. Let's talk about the trophies and why they're upgrading the trophy and why they're getting a new one.
So the original trophy was established in 1997, and that's the one that you can see there. And it's been around for over 20 years, and so we've run out of space for scores. So this one is actually going to be retired, and it's going to remain here at Leuzinger as we have more scores than the Hawthorne Cougars do. So in the past couple weeks, we have upgraded to a new, more modern trophy.
All right, you guys get a look at the new trophy there. And just talk about what the Mayor's Cup has meant over the years. You know, this is a crosstown rivalry. You know, everybody sees Lawndale versus Leuzinger as a crosstown rivalry, but it's always been Hawthorne versus Leuzinger.
Historically in the South Bay, this is one of the oldest rivalries that goes way, way back. And that's why it's referred to as the Mayor's Cup. This trophy was established in 97, but Hawthorne and Leuzinger have been going back a long time. Back to days when Curtis Conway was out here for Hawthorne, Anthony Jefferson for Leuzinger, and it's just evolved. But it's been good to see Leuzinger on the winning side many of these years.
There you go, guys. We might see Leuzinger on the winning side again tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much there, Sebastian. And Cheshire Cat smiling Marlon Mendez, and why not? His Leuzinger Olympians have a 41-14 lead. And that's again, quite a turnaround from last week. But, you know, we saw the number 3 team in their division last week and 2 Division I players on offense and some guys up front. And Lawndale is just running on all 12 cylinders, or 11 cylinders, that's for sure, on either side of the ball. But these Olympians, it's their night tonight as the flame burns brightly into the night.
Yeah, the Lawndale Cardinals, that's a Hemi truck right there. They are running through everybody, but a great job by the Olympians to bounce back from that loss, leading 41-14 at the half over the Hawthorne Cougars. We'll be right back.
For the Mayor's Cup, Daddy.
Yeah. Luce Towers and Gideon. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow a jumper. Good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here at Lou House, Mayor's Cup, and it is 41-14 in favor of Leuzinger. Third quarter about ready to start. Let's go down to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I got to be in the locker room with the Hawthorne Cougars, and Coach Henderson was just telling his guys, they are not 41 points better than us. We are not making right decisions out there, and also a lot of tension in the locker room between the players, but they eventually said, hey, we're brothers and we need to get through this together. Leuzinger has been kicking our butts for years, and they feel like they have a great chance and they feel like they are the better team. Now, Henderson being in his first year here at Hawthorne, you know, he already has 4 wins. That's already 4. If he has 4 more wins, he already has more than any of the coaches from the last three decades here at Hawthorne. You know, Coach Paysinger with 8 wins, another coach with 1 win, and a coach previously only with 7 wins. So he has the opportunity to do something with these guys that has not been done in a very long time, and he's very passionate about it, and he looks like he's trying to get those guys there. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. Well, it's worked for at least the first 4 games of this season for Coach Henderson, and not only is he a successful coach, but he is a successful law enforcement officer with the Los Angeles Police Department for at least 30 years. So thank him for his service, that's for sure. Not only, well, heck, what more could you do besides protect and serve on the streets and then show these kids the way to be good adults?
Yeah, molding young men on the field and off the field as well, as the Olympians march on the field with a huge lead, 41-14. Well, Coach Henderson told us, Lou, before the game, he said, this team, the Cougars, are like the Little Giants, if you've ever seen that football movie. And so far, it's going pretty much like that. They're down. They had tension in the locker room. Now we'll see if the Cougars can have a happy ending like the Little Giants did and win the ball game.
And bring in the big orchestra.
Yeah.
Let's go over some stats. I don't know, did you have a final thought? Okay. Let's go over some stats. Rushing for Hawthorne, Joseph Taylor III, 7 carries for 34 yards. He had 2 for losses. And Robledo with 7 carries for 13 yards. In the passing department, Robledo with 5 out of 14, 184 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the leading receiver is Wartell, Devontae Wartell for the Cougars. 3 catches for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. And if they could have connected on a couple of more of those, who knows, right?
Different story.
Absolutely. And for Leuzinger, in the rushing department, it is Elijah Miles, with 13 carries, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a fumble lost. And then Daniels, Samaj Daniels, 6 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. And Michael Culpepper in the passing department is 4 out of 5 for 58 yards and a touchdown. And the leading receivers for Leuzinger, Samaj Daniels, 1 catch for 33 yards, and Loveday Shabuisi, 1 catch for 14 yards and a touchdown. So pretty impressive on either side of the ball. It's just been a lot of penalties, and you don't want to call penalties impressive, but there's 4, 8, 12, 14, and let's see here. See if my abacus like mine can work here. 75 yards in penalties. So I know a lot of the, well, actually the one penalty that was on the Olympians, that was the tackle out of bounds by Sione Tukutau on Robledo. That led to a touchdown. So let's see, Leuzinger is scheduled to get the ball, up 41-14 to start this third quarter.
See if the momentum can still stay on the Leuzinger side, or if Hawthorne can clinch it away from them. Leuzinger looking for their 2nd victory of the season. Hawthorne looking to stay perfect at 4-0 and go to 5-0.
And in the third quarter at San Pedro, Lawndale is down 20-14. So keep an eye on that one.
That's surprising.
It sure is. But that's a tough league that San Pedro's in too.
Oh yeah, that's a good team up there as well. But I thought that would be a little bit closer this far in the ball game.
Well, that's how tough that league is if they've only scored 2 touchdowns. So getting ready to kick the ball off is Hawthorne. And Hernandez puts a boot into it, a short boot, and is picked up by Dejon Clemens. Clemens gets towards midfield and is brought back, but they're going to give him forward progress to the 49-yard line. So a good return by Clemens on the short kick. And Leuzinger is in business to start off the third quarter.
Big defensive series coming up for the Cougars. See how they come out of that locker room. Sebastian said that Coach Henderson talked to his guys, say, hey, this is not us on the field here today. We got to play Hawthorne Cougars football. And this first defensive series will go a long way to say how the Cougars play the rest of the ballgame.
Now the Olympians finished up the first half by throwing the ball. Let's see what they do coming out of the power I. Play action goes down the sideline on the timing pattern, and a nice defensive play by Devon Houston, or that would have been 6 for Loveday Chibuizi.
Houston getting a hand on it.
Let's go, Loveday!
Keeping Loveday the big target from catching the ball. That would have had Houston, we have a problem then. Loveday would have been in the end zone.
That's right. Loveday split out to the near side, the only receiver on the right. Ball is handed off to Daniels, breaks one tackle, gets inside of Cougar territory for the first down, still on his feet, and finally brought down at about the 37-yard line of Hawthorne.
What a run by Samaj Daniels, the junior. Textbook running right there. Right down the middle, hard-nosed. Keep your feet moving, lower your shoulders. Boom, right through the defenders. Took a Cougar with him there. There you see it, get a better view from up top. Great running. There's the Cougar he trampled on the ground.
Culpepper going down the sideline again. Loveday, Chibuizi, touchdown, Leuzinger. A 37-yard pitch and catch, and it is now 47-14, Leuzinger.
Houston, now we have a problem. Houston got burned on that one there, Lou. And Loveday made him pay his second touchdown of the night.
Second hookup, the first one was 15 yards, this one 37 yards. So Guzman coming on to kick the extra point. Culpepper had to go to his right again to pick it up, but Guzman waited for the plant and kicked it through, so it's 48-14, and here is the pass.
There you see it once again. Houston got beat by Loveday a few yards away from him. And Culpepper airing it out, feeling more comfortable now through the air, and he's connecting with his receivers. Hard to believe that Loveday has only been playing football for a year.
Well, it ain't brain surgery.
For some guys it is.
Yeah, that's true. So 37 yards. 4 plays on that. As Guzman gets ready to kick the ball off to the Cougars. And that sticks like a dart in the 5-yard line. So it's picked up by Taylor, and Taylor is getting ping-ponged around just past the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Hawthorne, right at about the 21.
That was definitely not the way Hawthorne wanted to start the third quarter, giving up that touchdown. And we'll see if Joseph Taylor III can kind of mount his offense and his team back into this one.
Well, we'll see. Also, we'll try to see if we can get Sebastian to find out who number 6 is for Leuzinger. He's playing a defensive end.
Let's go, New House, baby! We're in the house, boy! We're in the house, boy! Woo! Let's go! We're here, baby! We're here! New House, baby! Look at them! Let's go, New House!
So some of the players acting up for the camera downstairs. Don't know how the coaches are going to like that. Taylor steps back from a tackle, but now gets thrown back for a loss. We're going to call it a no gain.
Sika Valet saying he ain't going nowhere tonight. There's the big guy, grabbed him by the jersey, just manhandled him. Got some help from his teammates as well there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. A little more than 10.
10 minutes left in the third quarter. Robledo in the gun. And in motion. Snaps up. Robledo.
Robledo's going to keep it and gets caught and brought down by Musica Vaelia.
That's a better pronunciation than what I did.
I don't know. If his mom comes running up after us, we're going to get out of here.
Oh, yeah. 2 big plays by him, though. Nonetheless, Robledo wasn't going anywhere. Now it's 3rd and long for the Cougars.
So a 3-yard loss, it'll be, or 2-yard loss, excuse me, so it'll be 3rd down and 12. Robledo has 1 man behind him and too much time.
Dead ball, delay game on offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
That's the 3rd delayed game penalty on the Cougars tonight, and I wonder if it's Robledo, not keeping an eye on the play clock, or if some of his guys aren't set up in time or what, but something's going on down there that's causing these delayed game penalties.
Well, we've mentioned it before that getting the plays in has been taking a little bit of time. 3 receivers to the right of Robledo, throws down the middle, has a man wide open at the 34-yard line, and now it's a track beat across the 50-yard line and into Leuzinger territory is Dewan Burden with a nice run, pitch and catch.
Dewan Burden makes the Olympians defense pay there. There's the play action. Robledo finds Burden, and he was wide open, no one covering him. And then got some yak on the play yards after the catch for a big 1st down.
So 40 yards on the play, and somebody made the wrong pattern, or maybe it was just over the head of the intended receiver. Intended for Devon Houston.
Yeah, I just put it in. I put it in.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 inside of Leuzinger territory. Swing pass and a loss back to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard loss and a terrific play by Leuzinger's defense.
Reading the screen pass there. That was to Taylor. Wasn't going anywhere. Quick dump off by Robledo. And a great job.
Our man Butler.
Butler right there. Serving the defense, or the offense, I should say.
So about a 4-yard loss. 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 13 from the 50-yard line. High snap. Robledo recovers. Wide receiver screen to Wartell. And that's another loss. Another big defensive play. And I believe that was on Musica Vaela.
4th down situation once again for the Cougars. This Olympians defense stepping up big. Robledo's pass completed but nailed by the big guy, Vailea. Came in with a clothesline, it looked like, WWE style.
So 2-yard loss. And they're going to go for it. And that one's intercepted by Torres. So the ball was going to be turned over anyway, so actually the Cougars made out on that one. It would have been 1st and 10 from inside Hawthorne territory, but now it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the ball came out after the runner was down. I do believe that was the fullback, Yetz. So Yetz gets 6 yards.
A nice run there by Yetz, and Lou, who finally, thanks to Sebastian Spencer, got a name on number 9 for the Leuzinger Olympians. That's going to be Povalu Luwaki.
Okay, but we wanted number 6.
I'm sorry, number 6.
Okay.
That was my bad.
Good ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, main second down.
Okay, so some yardage taken off of that one. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Handoff up the middle to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's gaining a few yards on that one. Power running right there at its finest. See the band cheering on the Olympians. 48-14, Lou.
That fits the dark side, that's for sure. Backs out of the eye. Ball is now given to the tailback. And that's Miles, Samaj Miles, way inside of Hawthorne territory down to the 25-yard line. Another big run by Samaj Daniels.
And he's having a great night on the ground as well. There you see some nice moves on the inside, juking the defenders, a stiff arm, and then just carrying a few Cougars with him on the way to a big first down.
That was a 36-yard trap play. Daniels dotting the I. Yetz is in there, and another offside.
Dead ball, offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
That one was on DeClayan Potts. Big plug in the middle.
Oh yeah, can't miss him.
So Samaj Daniels gets the handoff again, gets inside the 15-yard line.
Moving the chains, moving the clock. The Olympians doing a great job on the ground tonight.
So another long run, 12 yards for Daniels. Actually, it's 7 yards because of the penalty. And Yetz gets the ball. Yetz pounding his way inside the 5-yard line. Finally brought down by Francisco Chavarin. But Yetz is getting the bulk of the carries now. And that's a first down run.
The big guy rumbling and tumbling, just knocking guys out of his way, following his big offensive line.
And let's see if they'll reward him. Yeah, they did give him the ball, but now the ball is blown dead. A timeout call by Hawthorne.
Great job running the ball have been the Olympians here, but no signs of slowing down or no signs of the Cougars defense stepping up to stop the run here tonight.
Okay, snap, crackle, pop. That usually tells us that somebody's getting ready for a report. And maybe not. But the now it's either Sebastian or nobody. Or it's either Sebastian or you, Tom. And now let's go down to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. With the Hawthorne Cougars coming in this game undefeated, you know, they probably haven't played too many teams with a lot of competition. Leuzinger is probably the stiffest competition that they have faced to date, but it's not going to get any easier for them in the Ocean League with Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and two undefeated teams already, which is which is El Segundo and Culver City. So we'll see how they do against both of those teams. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Sebastian. And while that was happening, Yetz with his first touchdown of the season that we know of. Vance Yetz the second. So
Not to be confused with the
congratulations to him. With a 5-yard touchdown run.
Good job rewarding him. I was going to say Lou carried the ball that on that drive as the PAT is good as well.
So with 3:29 left to go in the third quarter, it's 55-14 for the Mayor's Cup. And here's the replay, and he just follows this big offensive line into the end zone. Some great blocking there by number 57, Dorian Raymore, who also plays on the JV team. So good on you, buddy.
And the Olympians have opened up this lead now, 55-14 here in the third quarter. Things are just going from bad to worse for the Cougars.
Guzman getting ready to kick this off. Keeps it low and skitters into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Cougars from their own 20-yard line.
Coach Henderson, there you see him right there. His first season as the Cougars head coach did say, this is the toughest competition we're going to play so far in our schedule, like Sebastian said. And it only gets tougher from there. Tough Ocean League, El Segundo, Culver City, Lawndale, and then also Santa Monica and Beverly Hills also in the mix as well.
Robledo out of the shotgun with Taylor behind him. Keeps the ball on the quarterback keeper and gets caught from the side by Isaiah Williams. So a lot of young guys going in there now for Coach Barnes, trying to see who's hungry for a spot on the team.
Yeah, here you see Robledo rolling to the left, keeping it himself. And Williams, nice tackle, bringing him down. Had some help also from his defenders, his teammates there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like an option, but his only option was Joseph Taylor, and he faked to the left, or faked to the right. So there's a straight handoff to Taylor, trying to get through the defense, but that hole sure did get plugged in a hurry. That's still good enough for a first down.
Tukatau plugged it right away. What a game he's having. There you see the handoff to Taylor and Tukatau. Huge wrap-up tackle bringing down Taylor.
So the ball is at the 33-yard line after the nice 9-yard gain. Here comes Taylor again, trying to hit the corner. And oh boy, is he hit coming around the corner. And that is by, I believe that's Clyde Butler.
Yeah, that's our guy Butler there. Let's take another look at it.
That's two the hard way.
Boom.
Ooh, that lifted up Taylor's hat a little bit.
I was going to say.
Yikes.
Moved his helmet there. That's why you tighten the straps.
Oh, they probably were. Until old Clyde got him.
Yeah, loosened up after that hit.
There might be some room up there for a couple of Tylenol. High snap. Robledo has to catch, and this is a busted play now. And spinning him around but not finishing it off was Clemens. So now Robledo has a chance to get back to the line of scrimmage, but doesn't. The original line of scrimmage almost does. And now we're going to have a late hit out of bounds from the back judge, even though he was the furthest guy away.
Robledo, what a run there. I was going to say that young quarterback should know when to go down, but prove me wrong. They almost got back to the line of scrimmage. Great second effort by Robledo. The refs discuss it here. You're right, the farthest ref from the action called it.
They call a holding on Hawthorne. Wow. Okay. So that's rubbing salt in the wound. So a 10-yard penalty. That's the second 10-yard penalty.
All that effort from Robledo for nothing.
I think he ran about 342 yards in that one play. And now it's going to be from the spot of the foul, second down at about 22.
Under a minute here in the third quarter.
Robledo hands the ball off to Taylor, trying to get up, and does get some good yardage back, about 10 yards, but still it's going to be way short, where it'll be third down at about 12.
Yeah, good solid run by Taylor. If that penalty hadn't occurred, this would have been a way more manageable third down coming up for the Cougars. There you see him getting to the outside, lowering his shoulders, taking that hit like a true running back. Boom.
Butler on the play again. I think he's going to see, Taylor's going to see number 24 in his sleep tonight. And we have some movement on the line again.
Liam, chill out, Liam. Chill out.
Good ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, made it third down.
And another penalty on the offense. 18 penalties on Hawthorne.
These teams playing opposite, like Leuzinger's 4-0 and Hawthorne's 1-3. But like I said in the beginning of the ball game, don't look at the records. They don't matter in this rivalry game.
So a timeout on the field after the third quarter comes to an end. The Hawthorne Cougars have 18 penalties for 100 yards. That's an Alka-Seltzer moment for a coach. But I think we've probably seen the last of Messrs. Miles and Daniels, but we'll see the next time that Leuzinger gets the ball back. 55-14, and I would imagine that clock is going to be rolling. 12 minutes and counting.
Yeah, big lead here by the Olympians. I would assume that they're going to sit down or slow down some of the starters in this ball game the rest of the way.
So we got to 3:29 of the third quarter. Vance Yetz had a 5-yard run, 6 plays, 61 yards, and 2.5 minutes. The point after was good to make it 55-14. So then we have 2 catches by Chabuisi for touchdowns, so he has 2 touchdowns. Culpepper with 2 throwing, Yetz with 1, Miles with 3, and Daniels with 1. So spreading the scoring around. There's not just one guy on this Leuzinger team, and that's good to see them blossom tonight.
Yeah, it's been a total team effort. Offense, defense, special teams, everyone will be a part of this win if the score stays the same, which most likely it will. Everyone will be involved in this win here tonight from the Leuzinger Olympians.
Defense is spread out and slung towards the far sideline, and a good defensive play. They were this might be so good it was called pass interference.
I was thinking the same thing. Great job on the coverage there. by Malone, but ref didn't think so.
Jeremiah Lima was the intended receiver.
So maybe because he didn't look up at the ball, it's going to draw that pass interference.
Yeah, Jalen Malone came across and just belted Alima. So 10-yard. So that was a still not a first down. It's fourth down though. That helps. Fourth down and 2 to the 46-yard line.
Way more manageable now. Well, now they're saying third.
Well, that's right. Well, down over. Okay. So it's 3rd and 2 from the 44-yard line. Robledo keeps the ball on the quarterback keeper, gets the first down and then some. And he is down inside the 45-yard line down to the 44. Finally brought down by Leuzinger's Micah Palmer.
Robledo's doing such a great job on the ground. I don't know why they haven't used him on the ground more and let him keep the ball himself. Every time he's ran, he's gotten big chunks of yardage, and another big first down for the Cougars. There you see it. The play action, keeping it himself. He's very elusive.
That's a 6-yard gain, excuse me, a 16-yard gain by Robledo. Play action, throw across the middle is caught. Another first down by Hawthorne. Tackled by Sione Tukutau. And Devontae Wartell with another catch down inside the 25-yard line to about the 24.
The junior having a big night on the receiving end. Has been a big help to Robledo here tonight.
On the quarterback keeper again. Gets around the edge and goes out of bounds. But a nice gain, about 6-7 yards.
Cougars offense looking good, clicking here on this drive. I'm sure the coaching staff of Hawthorne would like to see this a little bit earlier in the ball game.
Well, again, going against some other Leuzinger players, the starters getting a little rest. Robledo again on the quarterback keeper. Actually, no, it was handed off. It's a DeJuan Burden, or is Burden now? No. Robledo's still out there, quarterback. They only gave Robledo 3 yards on that other carry. Thought he had more than that.
Malone there coming in on the tackle. Clock keeps winding down here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that score over 40 points. They're just going to keep it running. Robledo looking left, now throws toward the end zone. Wide open man, but overthrew him. And that was Devon Houston.
Had Houston in the end zone wide open. Just could not connect with him. There you get another look at it, rolling left. Houston doing a good job getting open, getting past the defenders. Just the ball was way overthrown.
Well, Coach Henderson would also like to have Anthony Lewis at quarterback, but Robledo's coming on and really has done a good job. Heck, he's 4-0 coming into this game and hasn't looked bad tonight, just running into a buzzsaw called Leuzinger tonight.
Robledo has never played quarterback before the start of this season, before training camp pretty much.
Got on the quarterback keeper out of the option, tried to go over guard, and just got swallowed up like the deep blue sea. Coming up off of there is Ali Jamal.
Robledo will move to wide receiver when the quarterback switch happens.
Well, that was a 4th down play, so they turn it over on downs. So Samaje Daniels was out there. Now he comes off.
Looks like Butler's going to be the running back.
Why not? He hits hard. And here comes Ronnie Guerra-Montoya. As coming off the field is Sean Cummings. Did a great job tonight. So Big Sean getting a rest the rest of the evening.
Well-deserved rest.
Culpepper still a quarterback. Splitting to the near side is number 4, and that's Jason Hemphill. Ball is handed off, though. And that's Clyde Butler again, getting 2 more yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Simple run right up the middle from Butler, trying to add to his offensive stat sheet.
On the bottom of the pile was Nick Robledo, and that's good to see him back in the ball game after getting injured in the first half. Out of the eye, USC Power Eye. Here comes Samaje Daniels. Frederick Williams with the tackle there, but not before a 1st down. Samaje Daniels can really hit that hole fast.
Yeah, we've seen what he can do with the football on the ground, and he's had a great night running. Lowering his shoulder, getting a few extra yards as well there after that. That boom. Strong runner for the Olympians.
So an 11-yard gain for Samaje. And handoff right up the middle. And that's Ali Jamal.
Jamal getting the carry there as the fullback. Why not get everybody in the mix?
Sure. When you get down there?
After the series.
Okay. So the fullback gets the carry, and that again is Jamal. Jamal may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 with 4:14 and the clock running in the 4th quarter. Mayor's Cup night, 55-14, Leuzinger with the lead.
So not only is Leuzinger going to keep the old trophy, looks like they're going to get the new one as well.
Handoff, Daniels cuts back outside, now comes towards the sideline inside of Hawthorne territory, finally tackled at about the 43-yard line.
Big 1st down there by Samaje Daniels, the junior, once again getting it done on the ground. And once again, we'll credit the offensive line with some nice blocking up front. But the speed of Daniels helped them there as well. You can see it. What a burst.
Tyler Johnson with a big hit. Samaje Daniels again hits the hole. Spins his way down inside the 30-yard line. Finally brought down there by Hawthorne. Nick Robledo and Potts on the tackle.
There you see it again. Let's credit Curtis Hunt, the pulling guard for Leuzinger, number 78, who opened up some space there for Daniels on that big run.
And Ali with a big run. Down inside the 20. call it 9 yards to the 18.
A good effort by Ali. Jamal Ali, the senior, or Ali Jamal, excuse me.
Oops, there goes the ball, and Hawthorne gets it. Ball is dropped down and is picked up by number 8, Maynard Alvarez. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
There it's just a bad handoff between Culpepper and Daniels, causing the fumble there. Cougars football.
So Hawthorne gets one more try at it with 1:40 clock running.
This is good practice for everybody now at this point of the ball game, and just to add on to the stat sheets.
Now it's like a 2-minute drill for Hawthorne. And Robledo keeps the ball on the quarterback keeper. And the bootleg gets some good yardage again.
Yeah, nice run once again from Robledo, excuse me. What a hard-working young man, too, when I was at training camp. He was there way early, 15 minutes to 20 minutes early. Practice his throwing, stayed after another 20 minutes after practice, practicing his routes, practice his throwing. So hard-working young man. And it's paid off 4-0 up to this point. Looks like they're going to take their first loss of the season, but still a good job done this far.
2nd down and 3, and Robledo throws the ball downfield, and it's almost picked off, but there's going to be a flag thrown. Back
Pass
defending.
interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty, be a first down.
Okay. Isaiah Williams was the defender, so they call pass interference, but 10 seconds left on the clock. Don't know if they're going to be able to get a play off.
There's the play action. And, I don't know if I saw the pass interference there, but.
Me neither, but at any rate, the horn sounds, and that ends the ball game. And the Mayor's Cup stays here at Blue House.
Whose house?
Whose house? Blue House. 55-14 in favor of the Olympians.
Great job done by the Leuzinger Olympians, hanging on to the trophy. They go 9-2 in the last 11 years that these two teams have paired up.
So the Hawthorne Cougars drop down to, see if I can find, there they are. Drop down to 4-1. And the Leuzinger Olympians improved to 1-3. Excuse me, 2-3. So this team can score. They put it all together tonight in the big Mayor's Cup win, 55-14.
A great win from the Olympians. Totally turned it up to the start of the second quarter and just did not let off. A tale of two different stories here from the first quarter to the second, third, and fourth quarter for the Olympians.
So Hawthorne has one more preseason game with Torrance at Lawndale High School. Or excuse me, got too many schedules here in front of me. They start off their league schedule with Beverly Hills, and then Leuzinger welcomes in South High from Torrance. So that's going to be, gosh, boy, how did that happen so fast? Preseason happened so fast. We already got league going in the Ocean League for the Cougars and the Pioneer League for Leuzinger Olympians. Yep. So also just going over some of the stats, it was the penalties is what really hurt the Hawthorne Cougars as, again, they had 18 penalties for 100 yards. Actually, more than that. No, that's right. That's 100 yards.
We told them from the beginning that it was over for him. We told them from the beginning that it was over.
Confident, happy bunch. Rightfully so.
Okay, yeah, a lot of these kids have not experienced the Mayor's Cup in the Hawthorne locker room or the Hawthorne trophy case.
And of course, coming into this ball game, there was a lot of hype about the Hawthorne Cougars. Undefeated, 4-0. Of course, the competition, you can argue, wasn't the best that they played, but still, 4-0 is 4-0. And perhaps maybe some people overlook the Leuzinger Olympians, but man, they won after this ball game, 55-14. But the big storyline was penalties on the Hawthorne side for sure.
Well, while we're waiting for some, is the presentation going to happen right now? So I'm assuming that the presentation is going to happen right now. And there we go. Let's go down to Marlon Mendez.
Before we hand over the trophy to keep it for another year at its home, I'd like to introduce Councilman Pat Kearney and City Clerk Rhonda Hoffman-Horman. So they will each hand to our young team, our proud Olympians. Great job today on the win. Please hand the trophy. I got a question for y'all. Who's us? Who's us? Who's us? Who's us? Let's do that again. Who's us? Who's us? Who's us? Good job, boys. Keep it up.
All right, let's see if Sebastian have any interviews going on down there. I see him carrying a microphone that's not connected to anything.
Sebastian, you ready for the coach interview? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I guess we'll keep it up here then.
Yeah.
And tell you that besides that excitement, that the Mayor's Cup stays right here. That Lawndale defeated Torrance 35-26, coming back, San Pedro, after being down 20-14 going into the third quarter. They outscored San Pedro 21-6 in the fourth quarter. So congratulations to Travis Clark and Lawndale. They're now 4-0 with a big 35-26 comeback win. Let's go down to Sebastian.
Sebastian, go.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach. Coach, how does it feel to get your first Mayor's Cup win and in a deciding victory like this?
Feels good. Feels good. The kids been talking about it all week. They were excited about it, got fired up, and they did what they were supposed to do.
It's your first little dose of this crosstown rivalry here that's been going on for so long. Talk about how the players felt this week and what was the energy going into this game, because they know how much this game means.
They were super excited because of all the chatter that was going on Twitter and Instagram and all this other stuff. They came over and they put a picture up of the Olympian with a Hawthorne jersey on. They did all kind of stuff on Twitter. They come out here on the 50-yard line, cross the 50-yard line into our territory. So that's why we had to make sure that they got a 55 so they could know next time don't do that.
And you guys move on next week to another matchup. What do you talk to the guys about after this game there? Get their second win of the season, and you talked about it last game that we saw you against Lawndale. This is a team that you expect good things from, and they can be good when they really want to.
No, we're really excited about it. We got a bye week next week, and then we go to South Torrance. So we're pretty excited about that. These guys just played them, so we got the film, and I think we're going to be okay.
Well, Coach, good luck to you, and congratulations on your first Mayor's Cup win. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And let's see, we did have a councilman and the city clerk, but it looks like they took off. Boy, they're faster than
Daniels
Elijah
and
Miles.
Miles out there.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let's see if he's got a player. It looks like all the players have outrun Sebastian.
Now with those dress shoes, he's not going to catch him.
Hey, there was a girl here, Jill Montgomery, who had 6-inch heels, and she outran everybody on that field.
Oh, man.
So let's see if we're going to try to get Hawthorne coach Derwin Henderson. But while we're working on that, why don't we take a timeout on City TV with the Mayor's Cup going right where it has been for quite a while. 55-14 in favor of Leuzinger over Hawthorne. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
$55-14, Cougars lose to the Olympians in the crosstown rivalry that keeps the Mayor's Cup right here at Lou House. And let's go down to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach Henderson for the Cougars. Coach, I know you talked about this win, this loss coming in after the half to your team. How do you think they took it?
I know that they're devastated from it, but like I said, it's not life or death for this right here. We have to concentrate on the league. I saw some positive things in here. But it's just not the kids. As an entire coaching staff, we got to put it on ourselves. So, I'm the head coach, so I put it on me. We just have to not only play better, but be more disciplined, offensively and defensively. So, we chalk this one up. We can move on.
And I was just talking to Coach Barnes as well. You and him first year at Leuzinger and you at Hawthorne, and you guys both getting a dose of what this Mayor's Cup is like. How do you think it was? How were the kids up until this week? I know he said there was a lot of trash talking back and forth between the guys, a lot of friendly stuff going on over the week. But, these kids know each other and everything, and they go to middle schools together. So just talk about their energy through the week going up to this game.
Well, I coached here back in 2008, so I was very familiar with it. And I'm from Hawthorne, so I'm very familiar with the Cup. But it was, you know what, it's a great rivalry. Like I said, the kids know each other. They take it personal. They worked really hard at it. Like I said, I know they're disappointed. You chalk it up. We got next year. There'll be years to come for them to play in this. The most important thing was to come out of this healthy, get ready for league. Also get a little better. Execute a little better on both sides of the ball. But the kids enjoyed it. Like I said, hey, the game's over. We got to move on. We got to concentrate on the Ocean League now.
And one of the most important things, Coach, and like you said, a lot of positives to take away, is like we were just talking about the culture change there at Hawthorne. And what are you trying to instill in these players that that makes them have a different mentality about wearing that Hawthorne jersey?
Well, one is being physical, number one. Two is, execute every single play. Don't take a play off. And I know in the past, there was discipline issues or things like that. But it's been about discipline, executing each play. Each play is important. Each play can win a game. And that's like I always tell them, you be the one to win the game. You make that play. So, there were some times that we lost focus, lost discipline. We matter of fact, ran the wrong route. We had certain blocking schemes that we did, and we didn't do it. So, like I said, not only did I learn something, but they learned something today, too. So, we take some positives away from it.
Well, Coach, good luck to you in league.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
There you go. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And again, the final score, 55-14. We'll be back with some stats and the player of the game and the tip of the hat right after this on City TV.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper. Good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back at Olympian Field, along with Gideon DeLeo, I'm Lou Stowers on the field. Sebastian Spencer, a great job, Sebastian, as always. 55-14, Leuzinger blasts their way to their second win, and they're now 2-3 over Hawthorne, who suffers their first loss of the season. They are now 4-1, and what a surprise it was to see Leuzinger bust out like that.
Yeah, penalties was the storyline here, especially on the Hawthorne side. 18 penalties for about 100 yards on this ball game. That was the deciding factor for the Cougars. Gave them their first taste of defeat in this young season.
That's right. And just going over some stats, rushing stats for Hawthorne. Taylor had 7 carries for 34 yards, and Robledo had nine passes completed out of 20 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Wartell had 3 of those receptions for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. Leading rusher in the game was actually Samaj Daniels with 12 carries and 160 yards, as Elijah Miles only worked the first half and had 13 carries, 150 yards, and 3 touchdowns and 1 fumble lost. So that tells me that they wanted to keep Elijah fresh for the beginning of league in a couple of weeks.
Of course, tough league, the Pioneer League, and when you have a stud running back like Miles, you definitely want to rest him up, especially in a game like this that had gone out of hand. You knew Leuzinger was going to go on and win and get their second victory of the year.
So Leuzinger and Coach Barnes wanted to just ram it down Hawthorne's throat with a running game, and boy, they sure did, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Daniels, a few other guys as well, got a little bit of the action there towards the end. Ali as well. A well-rounded victory for the Olympians, like I mentioned earlier. Offense, defense, special teams, all a part of this victory. And congratulations to the Olympians. Everyone did their part to earn another Mayor's Cup trophy.
That's right. And Michael Culpepper III, the quarterback for Leuzinger, was 5 out of 7 for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Limited throwing, but I just think that Coach Barnes really wanted to get that running game going tonight.
Yeah, he got the running game, and then the throws opened up there. They were there for Culpepper. Didn't have a lot of completions. His third completion came for a touchdown, but was towards the end of the second quarter. But, man, he completed on some big throws, those throws that were completed for him and came at crucial times. So the running game was number one in the game plan for the Olympians. The passing game worked along and came along as the game progressed. But Culpepper, a junior, only his 4th start of the year, so he's definitely going to get better, and he improved here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Now it's time for our player of the game, and we both agreed that it was Elijah Miles of Leuzinger with 13 carries, 150 yards, and 3 touchdowns and a fumble lost. So congratulations to Elijah, who really opened things up for Leuzinger in that first half as they just kind of busted it open, like we said, and really knocked Hawthorne back on their heels with 150 yards in the first half and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 big touchdowns in that first half, and then didn't need to work in the second half. Did such a great job, took the rest of the game off. But congratulations to Elijah Miles, and when he goes to school on Monday, high five all those offensive linemen because they did a great job blocking for him up front as well.
Oh, absolutely. And now it's time for what everybody waits for, and that's the tip of the hat. And since both of our guys were here, Leuzinger and Hawthorne, we have to go to the Hawthorne. We don't have to go to the Hawthorne sideline, but still a lot of heart showed by the Hawthorne Cougars tonight in that 55-14 loss, led by our tip of the hat player of the game, or our tip of the hat of the game, who is
Joshua Robledo. Congratulations. Yeah, great job of him tonight. The quarterback, Lou, outstanding, unfortunately, in the loss. But
and there you see Rufus right over there.
There he is.
Okay.
Still in spirit here.
That's right. And again, he was 19 out of 20 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Also had some good running yardage in there as well in the second half. And these Hawthorne Cougars really have nothing to hang their heads about because they can only learn from this experience because their league is also going to be a very tough league as well in the Ocean League.
Yeah, El Segundo undefeated. They defeated Torrance here tonight, 41-10. Culver City's undefeated. They're playing. I'm not sure their score. That's a tough team. Lawndale, of course, you mentioned, they're still undefeated. And then Santa Monica and Beverly Hills always shows up to play, as well as Hawthorne now. They're the dark horse in this Ocean League this season. You never know. It's up for grabs. Always exciting action in the Ocean League for sure.
That's right. It's going to be a fun one, and we hope that you join us all the way in this football season and on CityTV Sports. Lawndale, by the way, is now 4-0 after coming back 35-26 over San Pedro, a very tough San Pedro team in a very tough league. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Olympian Field on the campus of Leuzinger High School. Or next week, we're going to go back to Lawndale, where Torrance is going to be at Lawndale in the Cardinals' nest.
Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to see Lawndale firsthand myself. I'm excited to see that team. A lot of talk, a lot of hype from the Cardinals.
That's
I'm
right.
excited.
Well, Josh Wilmore has been getting a lot of hype, not only in the Daily Breeze, but also a nice story by Eric Sonheimer in the LA Times this morning as well. So he is. We're really looking forward to seeing him next Friday night, along with the rest of the Cardinals and you as well. Well, the final score again from Leuzinger High School on Olympian Field, where the Mayor's Cup stays right here at
Lou House.
And for Sebastian Spencer and Egidio DeLeu, I'm Lou Stowers telling you until next week in Lawndale, so long.